Hello, hello, hello. Yes, happy Friday indeed. It's only second time we've done one of these on a Friday before, but you'd be forgiven for thinking it's the third. It's a mistake I've made in the past. Hope everyone's ready for the weekend. And yeah, thanks for asking. The storms ended up not causing any trouble here. I just was working my like real early morning shift at my other job, and I'm like from down in the basement, I could hear the thunder, and I was like, "Oh, bad sign. Should probably on the safe side try to avoid having a power cut in the middle of a quiz." Also, you might be able to hear a bit of a sore throat, bit of a cough, so still getting over that. But it's Friday, and the show must go on. So here we are. We've got three quizzes in. I'm just going to give everyone a chance to enter the game pin and get into the stream. How's everyone's? I mean, we're spacing these out a bit further over the summer. I know that for a couple of our quizzes, we've got some newlyweds in the house. So congratulations in order to both of the Van Goghs. And yeah, thanks for being here, guys. What's everyone else been up to since the last quiz? What are your plans for the summer weekend? All right, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people in. I think a sunny Friday evening in the middle of summer. 6 might be all we're getting in tonight. So we'll move on to the quiz. Sorry if I lose my voice mid-quiz, guys. I might be a bit low energy. So it's the 25th of June edition of Think Fast. I'm pretty sure everyone in here has played the game before, but in case you need reminding, in these Kahoot quizzes, faster answers mean more points. Anyone who's just getting on the stream now, you can join the game at any point. Use the 7-digit game pin. It's down there in the bottom right of the screen, and you'll be able to hop in at whatever question you enter the game pin at. All right, so let's get started with round one. All the Fridays in July off. God, that's nice. Long weekends every weekend of July. I'm taking my first full week off in a long time next week. Really looking forward to it. All right. So, as always, round one is our headlines round. Fill in the blank in these 5 recent headlines with the correct word or phrase. All right. Let's have a look at the first headline. All right. First one comes from CBS. Group escorted out of Lackawanna County Home Depot for having blank in lumber aisle. Is the answer exorcism, threesome, Q rally, or wedding? And 8 answers in, so that means that someone did join in just before we got started. And opinions are divided here. 3 people correctly getting that it was an exorcism. So who got points there? Pine Tree Inc., me, and quiz. So a couple of those last-minute joiners getting off to a good start. Number 2 from WGN, I'll blank. Philippines president threatens to arrest those who refuse vaccination. So, what did he say? I'll throw your grandma in jail, I'll beat sense into you myself, I'll toss you into the ocean, or I'll inject the vaccine in your butt. Old Rodrigo Duterte. Kind of a colorful character. And people pretty much divided between 2 answers there. 3 people correctly getting I'll inject the vaccine in your butt was the answer. And who got points there? Pine Tree Inc. getting more, staying in the lead. Frye moving up into second, and Sunny in 4th position. A Q rally like for QAnon, you know, those conspiracy nuts. Number 3 from Fox News. Elderly zoo penguin with arthritis gets blank to provide relief. Is the answer weed, shoes, buggy, or fish oil? Any of these would probably be adorable. Well, I guess fish oil would just be kind of normal for penguins, right? Everyone was going for weed. You know, it would be the funnest answer, but shoes. Cute little penguin shoes. Only one person getting the points there, and it was quiz. And it's enough for them to zoom into second place. Next headline, number 4, comes from The Guardian. Tokyo Olympics athletes warned not to use 160,000 defective masks, self-testing kits, free condoms, or portable toilets. So which of those could it be? And most of you correctly guessing free condoms. So as they have been at every Olympics since 1980, thousands of free condoms will be distributed to athletes. But confusingly, they've been told not to use them because they shouldn't be having sex because of social distancing guidelines. So kind of mixed messages there from the Olympics organizers. And that's me and Sunny and Mrs. Goff flying up the leaderboard. Pine Tree Inc. Hanging in there. I think 4 for 4 so far. Great job in the headlines round, getting off to a strong start. And our final one comes from WKRN.com. Blank rolling rally makes stop in Missouri. Is that the Show Us the Aliens rally, the Donut Shaped Earth rally, the AOC is a clone rally, or the Birds Aren't Real rally? And let's see which of you guys know your crazy conspiracy theories. Lots of people thinking of Show Us the Aliens, probably related to the recent revelations about flying saucers. But the answer was, in fact, birds aren't real. I think the deal with the birds aren't real conspiracy theory is it's a satirical conspiracy theory to make fun of other conspiracy theories. Now, the problem with that is don't start a satirical conspiracy theory because you're going to get real conspiracy theorists believe in it. Common sense, guys. But yeah, 2 people getting the points there. Let's see who it was. And that puts Mrs. Goff into 3rd place. Pine Tree Inc. finishing the round still on top, though, but there's not too much in it. Our second round, our multiple choice round, is Tree Again. We're going to show you pictures of 5 trees, and you just need to identify the tree. Let's see our first tree. So name the type of tree. Is that elder, yew, holly, or mulberry? So there we can see leaves, flowers, fruit, and a silhouette of the tree itself, or the shape of the tree. What type of tree is that? All right, people guessing all over the place there. 2 correctly identifying yew trees. A lot of people going for mulberry. Mulberries kind of look like long blackberries. So nobody in the top 5 picking up points there. So top 5 remains unchanged. Presumably some people are close to entering the top 5 off of that. Second one, name the type of tree. Is that a sugar maple, a Japanese maple, a green ash, or a sycamore? Let's see, who are the arbophiles? Is that probably something like that, eh? And even guesses amongst all the decoys, only one person correctly identifying the sycamore there. And that was Frye rising into the top 5. All right, next up in Name the Tree. Is that an English oak, a black walnut, a horse chestnut, or a hickory? So again, we can see leaves, fruit, blooms, and people divided there between the black walnut and the horse chestnut. It was the horse chestnut. 3 people getting that one. Horse chestnut's used for playing conkers, the British playground game. And that puts quiz into 3rd position, Butts rising into number 5. Let's see our next tree. Surely Pine Tree Inc. should be killing this round. The next type of tree, is it a baobab, an acacia, a real yellow wood, or a bush willow? Which of those is that? And most people correctly getting the baobab, kind of, especially the Madagascar baobab's particularly iconic image. Yeah, most people picking up points there. Mrs. Goff and Butts rising into 2nd and 3rd, respectively. Pine Tree Inc. holding steady in 1st. And next, name the type of tree. Is that an agave, a desert palm, a Joshua tree, or a cobus tree? People answering fairly quickly on this one. I feel like it might be a high scorer. Or maybe people are just very confident in the wrong answers. No, people did, by and large, get this one correct. Joshua Tree, like the U2 album. And Butts with the streak, QQQQ quiz, and Frank climbing the leaderboard. Frank's first trip into the top 5 so far. So there are other trees called yellow woods, but the real yellow wood is a species that's native to South Africa. Our next round is our put in order round. You're going to put these hot sauces from the show Hot Ones in order of heat level. That's Hot Ones, the show with hot wings and hot questions. You've seen it. It's on YouTube. It's kind of all celebrities do it these days as part of like a press tour. And they have a lot of their own in-house hot sauces. They measure the Scoville units in all of them so that the chicken wings get progressively hotter. So you're going to put them in order, starting from the mildest and going to the hottest. So I think these are all ones from the current series. They change the lineup every so often. And your sources to choose from, not horses, Da Bomb Beyond Insanity, Jala Pepper, Los Calientes Barbacoa, and Karma Scorpion Disco. So put those in order from the mildest to the hottest in Scoville units. So if you've watched recent episodes of the show with the latest lineup, you'll have seen this. And you just have to remember what order they went in. And most answers in. And about 1 in 5 of you, yes, exactly 1 in 5 of you, correctly putting them in order. Jala Pepper, the mildest. Los Calientes, kind of a mid-range. The Bomb Beyond Insanity, I think, used to be the hottest. Then it got bumped down to 2nd place. I think it's currently in 3rd place. Karma Scorpion Disco, I assume made from the scorpion peppers of Trinidad and Tobago, is currently the 2nd hottest sauce. So no one in the top 5 got points there. Interesting. But Frye climbed 3 places from that one. Good job, Frye. Pine Tree Inc. still in a comfortable 1st place. Our next round is categories. This is our type in the answer round. You're going to name the categories of food and drink as varieties are revealed. So, for example, if the words started coming up, brie, cheddar, Gruyere, you'd know to type the answer that it's types of cheese. So you type in cheese. So that's what's going to happen here. It's all categories of food and drink. Let's reveal the first one, and hopefully my example explained it well enough. So types of, you're just typing the one word to fill in that blank for types of, and here comes the clip, hopefully. There we go. So first is Fetiesca Niagara. Then Viognier. Oh, people answering already. I guess it's probably playing quicker in your phones. Gewürztraminer is the third entry. Tempranillo. And the fifth and final clue here, Merlot. So all of these will be single word answers, one word. And I think almost everyone's typed in their answers. Let's see how people did. Oh no, not the dreaded typo. Sorry, Winwa. Schnapps was a good guess. We accepted both wine or wines. I didn't know which people would go for, but it seems like most people got that. And it seems like speed is going to be the difference on this one. So Frank and Cat Flaps answering quickly there. Cat Flaps into the top 5. And let's have a look at types of blank number 2. Water caltrop. Cola. Pine. Brazil. And macadamia. Right, and I can kind of guess how many seconds ahead of the video I'm seeing you guys are by when the answers start to flood in. So maybe an early guess I went for mushroom, but most everyone else got nut or nuts. So well done, 9 out of 10, getting the points. Again, it's going to be speed making the difference. Not a big enough difference in speed to change the order of the top 5 there. Sunny with the highest answer streak. Great job, Sunny. Next up, we got types of blank. So we've got fugas. Maybe I may be pronouncing these wrong. Rugbrod. Bread. Rugbread. Injera. Pita. And sourdough. So I've more or less tried to go most obscure as the first one, easiest to help you, easiest to guess as the last one. Yes, bread or breads. There were a couple of flatbreads in there, but they weren't all flatbreads. Just bread was all we needed. And not enough speed difference to change the rankings there. Butt Butts is back with an answer streak of 3. Well done, Butt Butts. Pine Tree Inc., though, having a very successful quiz so far. Our next category. Types of blank. We've got Black Diamond. Pink Pearl. Jazz. Gala. And finally, Granny Smith. So if anyone still had some lingering doubts, that last one should have gotten it for you. Some early guesses. People trying to beat the rush didn't pay off for them, I'm afraid. Yes, it was apple or apples. And that means that Mrs. Goff is able to close the gap on Pine Tree Inc. a little, but not leapfrog him just yet. And our final Itagori. Types of flank. We've got longanisa, sundae, nduja, Cumberland, and bratwurst. So again, I think another one where the last one really will help people who are struggling with the first few. And some early guesses. Meat, a bit too vague. Wieners, a bit too specific. Sausage, that's the sweet spot. I think wiener only really refers to a specific subtype of sausage. It wouldn't really cover stuff like sundae. And that means Mrs. Goff is able to climb into the pole position going into the final round. Very close, though, especially those top three. Mrs. Goff, Pine Tree Inc., and Butt Butts, all close enough together that a difference of like a single wrong answer could put any of them into the top place. Frank and Mr. Goff, definitely, it's doable. No, it depend. The last round can be very chaotic, but you might need a bit more luck on your side. Let's go into that final round. It's dead or alive. Are these famous figures alive or dead as of the time of this quiz? So it's going to be 5 famous names, and you just need to remember, wait, is that person dead? So here we go. And this is really the speed round. So dead or alive, Sidney Poitier. It's 50-50 split. That's what I love to see. Sidney Poitier is still alive. Oh, and that's Pine Tree back in the lead. Next up, dead or alive, Dick Van Dyke. And more people going for dead there. You may be remembering the story about his brother dying last year, but Dick Van Dyke is still alive. That puts Frank into second place. Next up, dead or alive, Christopher Lee, Dracula, Saruman, various other villains. And 8 out of 10 correctly at remembering he died back in 2015, I think. So no change in the top 5 there. Most of you getting the answer right. Next up, dead or alive, Tippi Hedren from The Birds. "50-50 split, but she is still alive. Well, 60-40 split. She's still alive. And that's Frank in first place with 1 question left to go. And I would say four of the top five, maybe all five of the top five might be within striking distance of that first position. So our final dead or alive question, Sean Connery. Oh, it's tense. He's dead. Only three people got this one. I think it just kind of slipped by in the whole craziness of Corona last year. I think some people, you'd expect it to be kind of a bigger news. Very famous actor. But yeah, he died last year. So thanks for playing, guys. We will be back with the full-length Monday quiz next Monday. But now let's reveal who finished in first. There are so many teams very close together. So you guys will already know. You can see it on your phones. But this is for my benefit, really. Pine Tree Inc. in third place, in the lead for most of the game. And then Mrs. Goff, I thought was going to take it. But coming out of nowhere, the last minute victory for Frank. Well done, Frank. Butts and Mr. Goff rounding out the top five. All right, congratulations. Well done, everyone. Congratulations on the victory, Frank. And also, congratulations on the marriage, Mr. and Mrs. Goff. All right, hope to see you guys all back on Monday. I know we will be clashing with the France Switzerland game, so we'll see how we do. But yeah, we'll see you next week. Bye bye.